Hi, this is Kurt Johnson doing another Mindful Monday from Shawbooks, downtown Jamestown, New York, on Chautauqua Lake. You can't be happy all week if you don't start on Monday. Should you choose to be happy, life is choice. Today's topic is, the quote of the day will be, life is choice because it's always changing. In life, it's always changing. That's what creates life, is change. And I just wanted to talk a minute about my book, Lone Star Rising, and just kind of explain how all this came together. It was a series of events that happened in 1985. Actually, the journey began April of 1994 with my buddy Joe Calla, who's in the book, obviously, and he also wrote an endorsement for the book. And Joey and I grew up together, and we figured we knew everything at the age of 18 and that it'd be wise to take our motorcycles across the country and experience the world before we get locked into full-time jobs. We landed in Dallas, Texas, and Joey wound up coming back, but I wound up staying. My ego, I wanted to make something of myself. And I tinted windows at Advanced Auto Tint in Dallas, Texas. And had decided to start my own window tinting business with the manager of Spectrum, Galen. And he and I, became close friends. He had a motorcycle, a GS 1000, and we just rode around, raced motorcycles. We had a lot of fun together. And in the process of making this decision, after I came back from Christmas vacation, I went home and saw my family and that, and I came back and there was some disgruntled between employees with the commercial window tinters and the auto window tinters. I just looked at an opportunity to start my own business, and as luck would have it, I tinted the windows of a guy that was paralyzed from MS, and I tinted the windows with him in the truck. And I don't want to tell the whole story because it's in my book, but it just happened to be the guy realized I was from out of town and I had a accent and asked me what I was doing and was impressed. I rode my motorcycle down there, and the guy was curious, is this what you're going to do for the rest of my life? He was like a wise man, and I was joking. I said, no, I probably was thinking of doing my own window tinting business. And it turned out the guy became my mentor. His name's Wed Howard. He was the announcer of the Ed Sullivan Show, and he and his wife wrote and edited TV commercials for TV and radio since the 50s. And the thing I want to point towards in this book was what gave me the 3 principles of advertising marketing that actually influenced my life. I've mentioned them many times on Mindful Mondays over the past 8 years or more that I've been doing them in a Facebook post through Shawbooks. But anyway, I talk about it in the book as from pages 106 to 107. I know a lot of people have purchased my book and maybe not have opened it yet to read it. Life's busy, you get time, and sometimes it's easier to listen to an audio book, which hopefully soon that'll be coming out, or it will be coming out soon. And so, if you have the book, just go to page 106 to 107, and I explain the 3 principles of advertising, and it's all about what people want to feel. People want to feel good and look good. People want to feel safe, and people want to feel protected. And to be honest with you, my hermetical insight truth that I talk about with hermetics is no one's going to make you feel safe or feel anything without your consent. So feeling safe, feeling good, looking good, and feeling protected, that all comes from within you. You don't find that outside yourself. The government's going to let you down. The church will let you down. Everything will let you down because the Lone Star is within you, the Christ consciousness within you. And when you tap into that's where the Lone Star rises within you above the horizon of fear, basically. And so I learned those insights back in March of 1995, and then my business went very well, and I was really thinking about feelings and, whether I should go to church or not. Was I going to church because I was afraid of going to hell for selfish reasons, or was I going to church out of shame because what my mom and other people would think if I didn't go to church? Or would I simply go to church out of love? And I was sitting poolside doing a hypnotic meditation on a star, and I just had this insight, which was revealed on page 112 in my book, if you want to just skip and see what happened there poolside. I just truly was downloaded with this sense of an absence of fear, and that life was electric, and like two poles of a battery, two invisible forces that create movement within ourselves and those around us. It was just such a profound experience. And I'd gone 4 or 5 days without sleeping, and I needed help, and I didn't get the help I needed. And I fell into the, you have to read the book, but literally that awakening almost killed me because I didn't get the help I needed. I went 4 or 5 days without sleep, and I was incarcerated for over 5 weeks, went from 165 pounds to 111 pounds. And I don't recall eating for the last 3 weeks of being incarcerated. So I was on my deathbed by the time my parents came down and escaped me. But anyway, then in the later pages of the book, I bring in the hermetics, and that's just all life's choice, and there's a gap in every decision you have to make, and that's what hermetics is about: choosing love over fear, living to love and loving to live. And you'll discover these on pages 118 to 119. And to be honest, my book's a very short book. Actually, the actual book is 100 pages, but there's endorsements and other things that go within the book. So it's not a super long read. I mean, most people read it in one setting and they say they can't put the book down. Not bragging, but, and some people might not identify with it. We all have different perceptions, different life's experiences. That's what experiential philosophy is. Life is choice because it's always changing, and things change, there's a gap of choice, and choosing love over fear, that's the analog binary quantum decision that you make in that gap that allows life to project whatever energy you're putting out there. Your thoughts are just thoughts, but when you have the gap of choice to continue to choose that thought, it becomes a feeling. And if you hold on to that feeling, it becomes an emotion. And emotion is the communication with the quantum field of unified field of oneness, whatever you want to call it, God, source, there's whatever it is. The more I complain, the more I get the same, whether I'm a Christian, a Muslim, an atheist, or whatever. That's just how we communicate with the field. And the analog binary language are hermetics. That's all I'm doing, is taking my experiential philosophy from lived experience and applying it into an invisible language. It's not language of words. Quite often when someone says they love listening to my Mindful Mondays, I don't always know what you're saying, but I like the way you say it. Well, that's hermetics. It's the breath that precedes the word. Whether you're breathing in coherence, you're creating love, unity, and peace on earth, or if you're breathing out of fear, which is chaos, and you're breathing into even a positive word, you're breathing in chaos and discoherence, and that's all this simply is to realize that you have a choice how you feel. Nobody can make you feel anything without your consent. No one can make you feel unworthy or worthy without your consent. No one can make you feel like a victim without your consent. You're consenting to the way you feel. I'm not saying you won't get triggered, but when you're triggered, it's data, it's information. Fear is not bad. Feeling angry is not bad or good. It's an opportunity, it's a choice. Your body is just accepting signals and waves from the frequencies, and if you don't like the way you feel, choose different thoughts to embrace a different vibration and a different frequency. That's what Mindful Mondays are all about, and I kind of rambled on a lot longer than I intended to. I just wanted to make the 3 simple points about Wed Howard, that life's life unfolds once upon a feeling, and the three things people want to feel: they want to feel good, look good, they want to feel safe, they want to feel protected. But you only get that from within yourself, through the lone star that rises within you above the horizon of fear. It's a quantum consensual choice, literally, in the gap of discomfort or in the gap of love. You can choose more. And just to let you know that's where that came from, and Life's Electric Like a Battery, where you can find that in my book. And I encourage you to buy my book, because every book I sell, 100% is going to go into the Mindful Eatery project and the upper floors of the Shawbooks building, and to promoting Mindful Mondays and to promote whatever I do. So even if you don't read the book, for $18, you can simply support what I do on Mindful Mondays. And I'll just keep producing them more. It doesn't take long. Just go to www.kurtbjohnson.com, KurtBjohnson.com, and you'll find my book there. You'll find all my Mindful Mondays. I've got probably almost 20 articles on there you can read, and you can follow me on Substack and all the other social medias. So if you like what I'm doing, buy a book. Support the project, support the movement. I love you guys. Have a great week.